Okay, it's springtime. Welcome to the workshop slash studio slash fly tying station. It's a big mess in here because I got about 17 projects going. But I want to show you one of the number one flies I use, and particularly with kids, and I teach them how to tie flies, is a spider, simple spider. Here we go. And we all know this bug is super easy to tie. Takes about 1 second. I'll do it here. It won't take us a second to do it. But what I want to show you for the materials, buying these little, bug shapes can be pretty expensive, especially when personally, like I'm teaching about 75 kids right now. Each one wants to make at least 4 or 5 of them. So you end up with a lot of, you have to have a lot of bug bodies. And what I found is just a great way to make bodies, super simple. I use, I go to the dollar store and I buy flip-flops. And as you can see, I have bodies made out of the flip-flops. These things you can like kneel on, a little bit thicker, so you can make a little bit bigger size ones. I use those. I use all kinds of stuff. And the main tool I use is let's see if we can focus on that. This is a thing I bought at Harbor Freight, and it's called a plug drilling tube, and it's made for making little wooden plugs, but it just works great on this stuff. Let me just show you. And you can just drill through make a million of these things. Okay, so I don't do this through my hand. So there's one in there now, but I just want to show you. So then you go on to the second one, and it fills up a little more. And then by the time or you can just drill like this. See, it starts to fill up, and then it'll start falling all over the place. But if it leaves it, let's see, do I have one in here? Yep. So here's one right here. See, it left it in there, and it comes out, and it's a nice little bug shape. Let's tie a fly with that. In fact, let's put that over here. Let's take this out of the vise. I'm just using, because this is mostly for bluegills and stuff. I just buy cheap hooks. These are from, I was going to say Kmart, like Walmart or something. Eagle Claw, they're not the greatest hooks in the world, but you know what? They do the job for bluegill. You can buy more expensive hooks too. It's kind of your prerogative. These are little silver ones. So what I'll do is I'll just start with a quick wrap. Okay, get that wrap on there. Then you take your little body you just created. This is kind of cool because it has like this little ridge in the front, which is great for making popping sounds. Then I just take a couple loose turns and then progressively tighten down those turns. So it's really on there nice and snug. Then I get a couple legs. Here's a couple legs. And I just hold them on either side. And already, if I were just doing this by myself, I would have had 3 tied by now. And then just wrap this around 2, 3 times, 4 times, I don't know, however many times. Spread these guys out. Wrap this around a couple times, just under the body and above the hook. And then if I want to get fancy, I'll actually do a couple ties around the front just to give it that extra buggy look. And then I use my trusty half hitch tool, which is just a straw, from McDonald's or something, coffee stir straw. And I just do a loop, toss it over the hook, And then do that a few times. And then there's your fly. Perfect. And if you want to, you can put a little crazy glue or something on the bottom there, to make it so it doesn't rotate around quite as much. But quickest fly in the world. These drill tips, I think you get a set of like 6 of them for under like $5 or something. And you can just make these things, just millions of them. The flip-flops are, a pair of them is $1 at the dollar store, $1.25. And so with a pair of flip-flops and a set of these drill tips, you can just make hundreds of these little bodies. If you want to get creative too, you can take a scissors, do a little snip. That'll put a groove in it, if you want them a little tighter on the hook. Any way you want to do it. But it's a great way to make these little bodies for these things. All right. So there you go. That's today's little quickie.